What's up, everybody? It's your boy Big L, and welcome to another episode of Still Cooking with your boy Big L, representing them Cowboys, baby. You know what it is. All right, on today's episode, we will be doing some baby back ribs, and we're gonna be doing some poor man's burnt ends. We're gonna be using stew meat. I could not find a roast chuck. So I couldn't do it the traditional way, but we're gonna be doing it with the stew meat. We'll make it do what it do. And like I said, stick with me. I'm gonna take you through it step by step. We're gonna get it done, boom, and it's gonna be lovely. So hang with me. All right, here we go. We're gonna start with the baby backs, and as always, you gotta pull the membrane off. So I've already kind of started it. We're just gonna get the rest of this off. Best you can. And you can use a paper towel, but I'm gotten pretty good at that where I can grab it with my hand. Also, use a spoon or a butter knife to kind of get it started right at the bone. And as you can see, it will just come up just like so. Alright. Just wipe my hands here. And as you can see, membrane's off. With me for just a moment here. Alright, we're gonna set these in the middle here. Alright. First thing I'm gonna do, like I said, these have been rinsed off, so I'm just gonna pat it a little bit. Now some people like to cut the fat off, the excess fat. I don't. I think that excess fat is gonna help with flavor. So here we go. First thing, going bone side up, mustard. And as always, that mustard is just going to act as a binder for your seasoning. You want to hold just enough where you can spread it evenly. And that way you can season it evenly. Then take your brush, and all you want to do is just spread that mustard evenly. Try to keep it as even as possible. You want to get the entire side, the bone, all of that. And don't worry about the mustard taste, because once you put that seasoning on and you get that smoke flavor in there, you're not going to taste that mustard. Make sure everything is covered. Right now, sometimes I'll throw some olive oil on before I put that mustard on. Obviously, I didn't do it this time. I'm going without the olive oil. All right, and first thing we're going to throw on is some seasoned salt. And no particular brand, just whatever you like. Go. Good amount. Next thing I'm going with is black pepper. And just as the seasoning salt, we're going to get a good amount on there. Not a whole lot, we don't want to overdo it. Like I said, we're putting that binder on there. Alright, and the last thing we're going to use is a Kansas City barbecue rub by this is the Pit Boss version. That's the good stuff. Pit Boss. Alright, and there we go. And we're going to get a real good amount to where that slab almost looks orange. Remember, this is the bone side, so Gonna make it nice and good all over. All right, there you go. And we're just gonna flip. And we're gonna do the other side, same way. This is the meat side, so it's gonna be the same thing. Just gonna go with the mustard. It's a good amount. Spread. Get a good coverage of the mustard. Like I said, the mustard is the binder to hold your seasoning in place. And get you. This is also a good brush with the like the plastic or the rubber end instead of the bristles. It's easy to clean. Also inexpensive. I think I paid $1 for it. I'm gonna get the mustard all in there. Alright, and then we're going with the same concept as before. Seasoned salt. We're gonna cover it all over. And as I said, you can cut the excess fat off the ribs, but I don't. I tend to think that's my flavor, so I keep it on. We're gonna put that pepper on there, just like so. Alright, and of course, the Pit Boss Kansas City barbecue rub. This is some good stuff. And of course, you can make your own rub or use whatever rub that you choose. But it's been my opinion that you can't go wrong with too many things with Pit Boss. They have a lot of good products, a lot of good grills. I'm actually eyeing a grill from them now. And like I said, we're gonna get good coverage there. Look at that. And the thing about these rubs is we're gonna get a little bit here on the side here. Get that up here. I have no idea what all that noise outside is. Alright, that should be pretty good. The thing about these rubs, man, if you don't buy them in the real big size, you'll constantly keep going back to the store if you're buying the smaller ones. But like I said, now take a look at that right there. Let's see if I can get some light on that right there. There we go. And as you see, there's a few more spots here. There we go. Seasoned and rubbed to perfection. And what we're gonna do, I've got this in a double aluminum foil, got it double wrapped. Get this on here pretty good. And all I'm gonna do is wrap it up, stick it in the refrigerator, let it soak in those seasonings for a couple of hours. And we're gonna be good to go. Should have made a longer piece of paper here, but we're gonna get it. Terrible wrap job, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it do what it do. Yeah, that's a terrible wrap job, but hey, you get the message. So that is the baby back ribs. Now we're gonna move on to the burnt ends. Alright, so here we go. We've got our stewed meat. Like I said, we're gonna be making some poor man's burnt ends. So we've got our meat already in here, which has been cleaned off. So first thing I'm going to do is season the meat, of course. Seasoned salt. And as I'm doing this, I'm gonna shake it up a little bit. Alright. And then we're going black pepper, because you know I love that black pepper. bit, and then we'll shake it up again. Now, I'm only using about half of this pack. Some more pepper. There we go. And I'm gonna use a different type of seasoning. Before I used Pit Boss Kansas City barbecue rub, which is good stuff by Pit Boss. This time I'm going to use a Cuisinart bourbon and molasses seasoning. So it's going to give these burnt ends a different taste. And with this seasoning, this is going to be a little bit thicker of a seasoning, whereas the Pit Boss stuff was more fine. Alright. We're going to shake that around. Probably been better just using my hands turning around. Alright, now with that being said, here comes the mustard. Alright, throw a little mustard in there. Now this is just the way that I do it. Of course you can do it whichever way you want. Let me just get dirty, stir this around with my hand. And the thing with these burnt ends, like I said, if we could have done it the correct way, we'd have done it with a roast chuck. But we're going to do it with stew meat because I couldn't find a roast chuck, which is crazy. You should always be able to find a roast chuck, but it is what it is. Alright. Okay, let me rinse my hands off here. Alright. Then we're going to reapply. No seasoning salt, we're just going to reapply some pepper. And reapply some more Cuisinart seasoning. So we're going to go around again. Rinse off. Season it with. There we go. Alright, and what I'm going to do is actually let that seasoning soak in. So we are going to cover this. Cover this up and put it in the refrigerator. That's a wrap job again, but you get cooking. These will be good today. We're going to come back and maybe about an hour, well, probably about 2 hours, and start our grill, heat it up. And by the time we get the food on that heat, those ribs and these burnt ends will have kind of marinated for probably about. I'm back. As you can see, I got this grill smoking. I got a good temp at about 270, between 250, 275. I might turn it on up to about close to 300 because I'm not gonna be out here all night smoking them the original way over a couple of hours or whatever. I'm gonna have this done in maybe 2.5, maybe 3 hours. They're gonna be tender, they're gonna be juicy, they're gonna be golden brown, and they're gonna look good. So here we go. All right, and we got the ribs on. Like I said, these ribs have been sitting in that sauce in the refrigerator for about 2 hours. And then I took them out, let them get to room temperature. So here we go. We're going to sit these up top. All right. We'll sit those up top for the moment. And what I have going is I'm going to sit them over direct heat. All right. I'm going to sit those over direct heat up top. And let me see if I can slide this around a little bit here. There we go. Tell you what, let me put these mitts on, things getting a little warm in there. And like I said, we're gonna sit it over a little bit of direct heat. Alright, and if you can see that, let me move this camera around a little bit, give you a better angle. Move things down towards the grill. Y'all have to excuse me, I ain't got no cameraman out here, it's just me. Alright, so if you can see that, they're ready to go. We're gonna let those things cook for just a little bit, then I'm gonna flip them. I know you ain't supposed to, I know other peoples and pros will say don't do it, but I'm gonna do it. Alright. Now, that being said, I got these burnt ends, these poor man's burnt ends ready. I'm getting ready to throw those on as well. I'm gonna let those sear and cook on the bottom. Then we're gonna wrap them up, put them on top and slow cook those. All right, y'all, I'm back with my poor man burnt ends. As you can see, I still got the grill smoking, it's thumping. And just gonna give you a quick look at these right here. Can these things right here seasoned to perfection. All right, here we go. We're gonna now where's my spatula? All right, as you can see, I have my trusty grill wok on. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop these burnt ends in here. There we go, and as you can hear that sizzle. Like I said, I've already got this grill wok oiled with some olive oil. Here we go. Got all of that in there. And what we're going to do, we're just going to let those cook real good. Get a good sear on them. Now, I know different people do them different ways, but this is how I'm gonna do it. That over there. Let's see here. And as always, got a little seasoning. Got the seasoning there. And as I said, we're just gonna get that nice sear. Basically gonna cook them kind of like a stir fry almost. And once I get these things to a certain point, get them to a certain temperature, I'm gonna, like I said, we're gonna put them in a pan, cover them up, and sit them up top on indirect. All we're just gonna do is just keep stirring those around. Like I said, I've got my direct heat here, I've got indirect over here. So I can take this and actually just slide it, get it out of the way, keep it warm. And now what I want to do, I'm going to flip these ribs, like I said. So these ribs are going to be coming down on the bottom a little bit. I'm going to take them out of that foil. Go up, mess that up. Yeah, wrap job was terrible. There we go. Terrible wrap job. Right? Close up, and we're gonna let that rock for just a little bit here. Make sure this is not in the way. All right, there we go. All right, man, so we off and cooking. We're gonna let that thing rock for a little bit. And like I said, all I'm gonna do is just let those ribs slowly cook. I'm gonna get these burnt ends done real good. And then we're gonna cover them up, sauce them up, then we're gonna let that thing harden up. That seasoning gonna suck in that stuff. And that sauce is gonna get real hard. Remember, it's pork. All right, y'all, as you can see, got these ends going over here. They about ready to come off. I'm gonna sauce them up and then put them in a pan, cover them up, and then slow them down. And I got my ribs over here. They doing pretty good. Got 2 slabs of baby backs here. Applesauce, of course. These will keep them nice and moist. Don't let them dry out. Right, it's for my ends. You know I got that patented steel sauce right here. Let's see if I can bring y'all a little closer where you can see. Boy, I'm gonna have to get me a cameraman out here or something. This is terrible. But I'm working with it, I'm working with it. There we go, that's better. All right, those are those ribs. We'll come over here to these ends, throw a little steel sauce in there, let them marinate, throw a little steel sauce on the rib. There we go. And let's see, let's throw some seasoning on there as well. No, we got enough seasoning. As you can see, we rolling here. We are rolling here. So I'm gonna close this up and we're gonna let it cook some more. We just about done. Like I said, I got another step to do on these ends and I'm finna do that now. All right, as you can see, I've transferred the ribs up top. Let them slow down a little bit, and I've got my ends here. I've still got my vegetables grilling here. Watch this over here. And just remember now, this is my indirect heat on this side. I've got direct heat over here, so these vegetables ain't gonna take too long. All right, now with these burnt ends, what we simply are gonna do is we're gonna throw some sauce on them. We've already got that thing's already seasoned here. As soon as I can get this sauce open. Now, of course, you can make your own sauce, or you can use a homemade sauce. This is a store-bought sauce that I'm using. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw some more seasoning on. And remember, we season with the Cuisinart bourbon molasses. So I'm gonna throw a little bit more seasoning on there. Oh, that pan's getting warm too. And we're gonna throw a little steel sauce in there. The steel sauce, boy, I never get this recipe out. All right, and a little brown sugar. A little brown sugar in here. All right, and then we're gonna use Kraft sweet brown sugar barbecue sauce. I don't know if you can see that there. There you go. And like I said, you can use whatever you want. You're just gonna douse it in there. And you can actually use a steak sauce if you want to, because remember, this is beef. So it's really up to you. And basically what we're gonna do, we're gonna stir that around. Let it get all mixed up here. Bring this up so you can see. We're just simply gonna stir that around. Let that sauce get in there on everything. And depending on your taste, you can add more sauce. I think this is more than enough. And like I said, over that heat, and we're gonna keep this heat indirect. And keep in mind those ribs are about ready to come off. My vegetables probably are too. A little more brown sugar. Trying to keep that big clump from coming out. Hell with it. All right, and now we're just gonna take some foil and cover it up. And keep in mind this damn thing is hot. Cover it up. Ooh, that damn thing is good. Right, there we go with that. And let me just get these things here, keep these things moving. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get ready to pull these ribs off. I'm actually sauce them up. They already turned bone side up, so we're gonna go ahead and sauce them up, brush them up. We're gonna drop them down, sauce them up, move that up there. And actually, let's go ahead and see if we can take care of that right now. Over. And we're gonna put the other mitt on because I know this pan is warm. Keep it over here. Like I said, it's gonna be indirect. We'll bring this down. Keep our ribs over here. Got a little pushback on the ribs there. You see that seasoning, kind of a little toasty there, but it'll be okay. And we, like I said, I'm gonna go get my other barbecue sauce, and we'll be right back. All right, got my other sauce here. Let me get my brush. Excuse me, I ain't got no table out here. I definitely need to have a table out here. All right, and as you can see, we're just gonna sauce these ribs up real good. Just gonna let these things, let that sauce caramelize on there, thicken up. Probably take, probably ain't gonna take too long, maybe a minute, 2 minutes maybe. Get this one here. We got a little pushback on that bone, not a lot. And you have to excuse my music over there. Turn that off because I know they'll try to ban me or something. They hate it when you play music for some reason. But anyway, there we go. Got that thing sauced up. We're gonna go ahead and flip. And yeah, these bad boys are definitely ready to come off. Too long right there. Too long right there, man. Yeah, this is not my best rib job today, I have to say. They're gonna be beautiful though. And they're gonna taste good, but I don't like a whole lot of char on the top side. That's just me. Go ahead and get these things off. Yes, I'm gonna go. There we go. And we're just gonna do the same thing. Go ahead and brush. Get everything. Down. Bring that temp down a little bit. There we go. And on this side over here. Like I said, I really hate that these things charred like hell right there. Alright, there we go. That's done. And let's see if we can tad more on there. Right. And like I said, those ribs are ready to come right on off. And we just got our vegetables that are not too far from being done. And these are store-bought vegetables. I did not cut them. Take this, move this over just a little bit. I'm gonna close it down. I'm gonna run in the house, get me a big pan, get these ribs on. Be right back. What's up? This your boy Big L coming at you, man. I just want to take a moment to give you a quick look. I'm about to pull everything off. Everything's coming out beautifully. But here we go. Check it out. Check it out. That's my vegetables. Those are those ribs already cut, seasoned, moist. Look at that shine on them. Got sauce on them, but not enough sauce on them to overpower the seasoning. And here we go with the burnt ends. These burnt ends are still going. I'm gonna let those stay on just a little while longer. But like I said, man, we're going good. We're going good. Throw a little damn applesauce. There we go. As you can see, those ribs are looking real good and tender and juicy. Let's see if I can bring you in closer there. Nice and juicy. Not really a real defined smoke ring on it, because it wasn't smoked. And there you have it, man. I appreciate y'all hanging with me. I appreciate y'all coming in for another episode of Still Cooking with your boy Big L. Like I said, today's episode was baby back ribs, vegetables, and poor man's burnt ends. So do me a favor, like this, share this, and subscribe to the channel for me. And like I said, you know, this is just me just cooking on the grill. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a chef or anything, but you know, I ain't never gonna go hungry. You can believe that. So if you can, man, like I said, once again, like it, share it, and please subscribe to the channel. I would enjoy your feedback, positive feedback only. But like I said, you know, hopefully you can try this for yourself. Come up with your own recipes or your own ways, and feel free to hit me up and let me know different ways to do this thing. All right, man. That's me. I'm out. Thanks.